the best review I've received for the Zebra Affaire. It said the book reminded them it's like Romeo and Juliet meet To Kill a Mockingbird in Out of Africa, with the twist of Born Free. Now, I do not allege to be as magnificent writer as Harper Lee and the like, but at least I sort of touched on those flavors of those wonderful stories. But it's also South Africa was so complicated in a societal sense. So I'm going to read the moment after Stanwell, the main character in the book, is in a motor accident and the doctor comes to visit him. Dr. White presented himself at the Duncans' front door within 20 minutes of receiving Lydia's call. Wearing his habitual black suit, more uniform of competence than funereal, and clutching his battered bag, the doctor rang the bell. A relieved Lydia rushed to greet him. To Lydia, he resembled a crustier Clark Gable. The doctor's moustache was a fair simulation of the bristles underscoring the nose of the famed film star. In truth, a young Malcolm White's adored Gone with the Wind epic, and subliminally assumed elements of the fictional Rhett Butler persona. In fact, as homage to both film and the medical profession, Dr. White's favorite expression was, "Frankly, my dear, I do give a damn." The irony was not lost on the good doctor that as a Southern African, it modeled himself on a Southern gentleman, considered to be the black sheep of his family. Almost hyperventilating, Lydia poured out the tale of the past couple of hours. The accident outside their front gate, rescuing the battered driver, a native boy, the shameful behavior of the ambulance crew, the decision to fend for themselves and carrying the injured victim to the house. She then appealed to the doctor to be the man of the hour and rescued the situation. Dr. White didn't need an invitation. The moment he saw the wreck outside, he anticipated what was required of him. In one matter, however, he was surprised. It assumed a Duncan family member was involved in the accident. The fact that the patient was a stranger, and what's more, a non-European, was an intriguing twist. As an unflappable country doctor working in remote areas without electricity, running water, or state-of-the-art medical equipment, Dr. White had learned to improvise. There were no ambulances, operating rooms, laboratories, or specialists to back him up. He understood that in the sticks, he was the only recourse his patients had to achieve a satisfactory outcome. There were other difficulties such as language and trust. Often he had to fend off the bitter rivalry of the Inyangas and the Sungalmas, the tossing of bones, the trance-inducing drumming, and the chanting of herbalists and faith healers didn't faze him unless it cost a critical patient precious time. But when these witch doctors tried to foist their foul muti, crude concoctions conjured from mysterious elements of suspect origin on the gullible and desperate patients, he was compelled to intervene. He didn't enjoy being a skeptic, but nothing could convince him to use iguana flesh to clear clotted arteries or monkey's intestines to prevent miscarriages. However, he had sutured many limbs damaged by wayward farming equipment and midwifed numerous needy babies. Neither race nor creed was a consideration. No patient was turned away, and no discriminatory signs hung over the door of his practice. "Lydia, you did very well," said Dr. White. "Where's the patient?" He placed a reassuring hand on her arm as she led him to the guest bathroom. The small room was filled with natural light that filtered through the voile curtains covering the open window. The delicate netting rustled in the breeze, projecting the shadow of the fabric's fine embroidered pattern on the opposite wall. Despite the gentle breeze, a bowl of lamdo potpourri, there was a stuffy air of anxiety in the room. Dr. White peered in. He saw a disheveled male figure lying on the narrow daybed, his injured head supported by a towel-covered pillow. So as not to encroach on the space of the suffering man, almost teetering off the edge